Yeah. That's not that big of a deal.
Greetings, Imperial.
Indeed.
Well met.
Helmet.
Knowledge is the key to success. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
What were we doing?
Bye.
Bye. We're gonna find out what's going on down there. What are they all doing there? Is that it? I thought there was like a whole big downstairs here. Ah, yes. There we go. Now, the real challenge, the final one. Usually the fourth click. Gotta balance it. Get a feel for it. Oh, there could possibly, but I doubt it. Nope. That's it. Alright, so what's next? Ooh, Fort Carmel. Oops. Necromancers. That's what I'm thinking. Who else leaves dead bodies? Well, looks like for this guy, this is Fort Salted Caramel. Treasure Hunter. This may be a mission fort. What was that sound? Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. I knew we were getting into that level. Bound to find him eventually. That was interesting. Reflect spells working. Or reflect damage, I guess. Well, it mattered. Oop. Ah, score. 3 out of 5. Nothing like a little bit of dole. Hmm. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's an impressive weapon, though. I'm gonna haul it home. Let's play tomorrow and today. Ooh, 6 bottles. I might have that.
The Kovac Oblivion Gate has been closed. Don't you understand what that means? We cannot leave like
Okay. Apparently I have hauled it all. Over here. Big old chunk of candy just laying there. I like it.
Greetings.
Greetings. Are you Vulcan? No, that would be salutations. Salutations. Aw. Only 2 of them? Thought I had more than that. Pile of stuff I don't want to get rid of, but I'm not sure what to do with. What are those doing in here? I've organized this very well. Or if it really matters. Ah, there we go. You know, there's a strong potion of strength and a strong poison of weakness. A weak poison of weakness, right? Weak poison of strength, strong poison of strength. Something like that.
Well met.
Mm-hmm. I've recovered 6 bottles of Shadow Banish wine. I should bring them to Narusa at the Waynet Inn for my final reward. I thought we had to go to 2 more thingers, but that is not the case. I am happy.
Head on.
Whatever that means. Those are pants. They go on the shelf.
Hello there.
Hi. Candy. I was trying to hit the bear.
Hey. Yeah, you. You need something? May I interest you in some of my fine wares? That's a fair deal. That's more than I'd usually pay. That's a fair deal. An excellent bargain.
What? Nothing. Baloney.
You got a great deal there. That's a good... You... That's a good deal. A good price for... You drive... That seems a fair price. You got a... That's a fair deal. A good... That's a... That's... Come back and see me again. Walk always in the shadow of Sithis.
Welcome back, traveler.
Homie?
Any luck on those bottles of Shadow Banished wine yet?
Yeah.
A little food and drink will do you some good. I'm at a loss for words. You actually found 6! These will hold an honored place in my collection. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your finder's fee, worth every single coin, I assure you. I'll tell you what else I'll do, since you seem so resourceful. If you find any more bottles of the wine, I'll gladly pay you well for them. If I'm to buy the wine from you, you need to have it with you.
I'm not going to sell you any more wine then.
The council runs the arena to amuse the masses, and it pays for itself, with all the fools who lose their shirts gambling.
Yeah. Arena.
Blasted thief! I hope they string him up when they catch him. He's a slippery one, though. The beggars are his eyes and ears. Remember me if you find more shadow-banished wine.
You would mean drunk. Got her that wine, now she's all nasty. We gotta go sell stuff. But who's gonna buy it?
How fare thee, friend?
Is this pleasure? You are one hot customer. I do think I've been taken advantage of. I do think an excellent. That's a good deal. You got a great deal there. That's more than That's a fair deal. I do think I've been taken advantage of. I do think I've been taken advantage. I do think I do think I've been. Let's just keep this affair between the two of us. Shadow hide you.
Anytime.
Alright. We are unloaded and ready. What do we do? Ah, the bloated float. Hmm. And then we could do the Castle Coral mission, right? Hmm. Reward painting. Oh. Alright, let's get the reward painting.
Do you
Hello.
want something from me?
What's up, man?
Well met. Welcome to the Bloated Float. She's the finest inn on the water in all Cyrodiil.
Yeah.
There's a room, all right, and a fine room it is. Yours for the night for only 10 gold.
Rheumatiz? I'll take a touch of the rheumatiz.
A wise choice indeed. You've never had a night's rest like this, I assure you. The room is down below deck. It's the door on the left.
Hmm. Okay.
Farewell.
It's probably the finest inn in all of Cyrodiil. Be seeing you.
Oh.
I've awakened to find that the floated bloat has somehow put to sea with myself on board, and I need to find the owner and discover what's happened. "50-50, there's ghosts." Nope, there's pirates.
Hey,
Brigands.
who in oblivion are you? You don't look like one of the Blackwater brigands.
Wait, did I just say they were brigands? Bandits.
What? I was told there are only 2 others on board. I locked the bouncer in the storage room, and she has the owner. So that leaves you. Now I'll ask again. Who are you?
I'm a member of your gang.
There's no one else in our group except the 4 of us. The Blackwater Brigands don't just take on new members out of the clear blue sky. When we formed the Brigands 3 months ago, I was told no more than a 4-way split on all the profits. So stop telling lies and tell me what you're doing here.
Slashing.
Then perhaps my sword can find the words that your mouth cannot.
Aha. I've killed a thief named Lynch. Apparently, he's a member of some group calling themselves the Blackwater Brigands. They must have hijacked the bloated float and put her out to sea. It appears that Lynch has locked the bloated float's bouncer in the storage room. I should search his body and see if there's a key.
About time someone...
Hey, what's up?
Thank you for freeing me. I'm Grommarad, the bloated float's bouncer and helmsman. I've been locked in that storage room for hours. I don't know exactly what's going on, but not long ago, a gang of thieves calling themselves the Blackwater Brigands stormed the ship. They took myself and Ormil, the float's owner, hostage and put the ship to sea. I have no idea what they're after. If you can get me safely to the top deck, I can steer the float home. But I'm not budging until the coast is clear. I'm used to dealing with drunken louts, not a gang of well-armed thieves.
Who are these brigands?
All I know is there seems to be 4 of them. They blindfolded me before they put me in here, so I didn't see much.
Gotcha.
The float has 3 decks. This deck is the inn deck. The next level up is the tavern deck. And then there's the top deck. Good luck. You'll need it.
Top deck. Do they have upper deck? How about Donruss? Score? Blair.
Oh, there.
Oh. Hey.
Where do you think you're going? Celine's not going to like this one bit. I wasn't to be disturbed.
Oh, your buddy sent me up here.
Lynch set you up here? Why? Did he send you to talk to Celine?
Yeah.
What does she need assistance with? She has Ormil under her own watchful eye in his cabin. Something isn't right here. What happened to Lynch?
He got lynched.
You? You bested Lynch? I always knew he was out of practice. Oh, well, I suppose it's up to me to do his job for him as usual.
Well, that didn't work. I pushed the uncrouch button. Killed the second thief. A dark elf named Minx. Seems like these thieves are strange code names. Only useful bit of advice is that their leader is named Celine. I should search her belongings for anything of use and make my way up to the upper deck, secure the Donruss and the ship's wheel for Grumman.
What are you doing up here? They find the Golden Galleon yet?
Yes.
Orders? Celine didn't tell me about this, and I don't remember her taking on someone else to help us find the Golden Galleon. When did all this happen?
Yesterday.
Liar! We never met yesterday. You're an intruder!
I've slain another thief, this one a large Nord named Wrath. He's guarding the ship's wheel. Mentioned that they hijacked the float to recover something called the Golden Galleon. I should now get Grumman and tell him the path the ship is on is safe. It's not, because the wheel is just wide open.
Nice work. Sounds like the coast is clear, so I'll make my way up to the ship's wheel. But I'm not moving this hulk an inch until Ormil is safe. Like I said, I thought I heard an Imperial woman's voice while I was blindfolded. Other than that, I don't know much more about her. Be cautious. Their leader sounds dangerous.
Nice yacht. Yacht. Okay, right. That's, yes. People usually don't compliment your cough. Morning, Kirk.
How'd you get in here?
I snuck in.
Roth? I told him to guard the wheel and not talk to anybody. Who are you?
I'm here to join the gang.
We made a solemn pact not to let anyone else join the gang. I can remember it clearly, even though it was...
3 months ago?
What? Can no one in this gang keep things secret? I suppose you think you know why you've taken over the bloated float as well.
To find the golden galleons.
How did you know about that? No matter. Once I've taken care of you, we'll scuttle the ship and be off to our safe house.
Who?
No one will find us there.
Oh, I forgot to read the note. In Breville?
Again you have surprised me with your knowledge of our operation. I suspect Lynch didn't check all the inn rooms before we departed.
Nope.
You must have been hiding down there and made your way up here. How did you get past Minx, Roth, and Lynch?
The bitch slapper.
Impossible. You defeated the three of them alone? I'm humbled by your skill, and fear that assaulting you would lead to my own quick demise.
Yeah.
Please accept my surrender. Here's my blade. Please, no treasure is worth my life. The bloated float is yours.
All right, then.
I've already surrendered. What more do you want?
Just a hug? Friendship? No? Okay, whatever. Crazy lady. What's up, dude? What you guys doing with them carrots?
Thank goodness you arrived when you did. I feared that I'd be thrown to the slaughterfish.
Mm-hmm. Smartest bandit in Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I did not expect her to give up. Well, you know, I wouldn't remember this either, Kirk. Who would start this quest? You have to stay at a place called the Bloated Float, or the Floated Bloat, or the Corroded Moat. I don't know. You just go to the Bloated Float and stay the night. I mean, who doesn't want to stay on a ship, right? A bar ship. Just sounds like exactly where you want to stay the night.
Now that she's surrendered, please escort her to the last room on the inn deck. We'll lock her in there until we arrive at port.
Okay. Well, that's a way to ride that chair. She looks like she's kind of having some fun. Celine is now safely locked inside a room on the inn deck. I should return to Ormil and let him know. Ormil Redenbacher. I should return to the popcorn man and let him know so we can finally get his ship home. 4 mil Redenbacher. What's up, man? You got any butter? He didn't like that joke.
Now that Celine is locked up safely below, I think we can all breathe a little easier. I can't thank you enough.
Absolutely.
I feel much better now knowing she's locked up. Well, I'm afraid all of this was my fault. They hijacked the bloated float because of me. Business has been waning of late, so I invented a story. I fashioned a tale about a golden galleon that the previous owner hid within this very vessel. It was to be a statuette made completely of gold. At the time, the idea was quite clever, I thought. I figured the lore would draw more curiosity seekers and adventurers looking for the treasure. What could the harm be if, while they were here, they bought a drink or two? My business has increased quite a bit since I leaked the story. Well, obviously, I was mistaken. It was a terrible idea. I'm just glad that no innocents were hurt. I wouldn't want to have their blood on my hands. Anyway, sorry to ramble. You better get below now and rest until we arrive safely at the Imperial City docks. I'm glad that you were on board to help rid me of them. If you hadn't been here, I don't even want to think about it. Celine no longer holds the bloated float. Once we get to the Imperial City, I intend to make sure she is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Okay, so now,
Please, go get some rest.
Mr. Popcorn Man, that I've saved the day. I got some sleep. I woke up in the middle of the ocean, had to save the day. And now he's like, oh, sure. Just go back to sleep in the bed you were just in, right next to the room with the person who tried to kill you. Yep. That sounds great, buddy. The floated bloat has arrived back at the Imperial City. I should speak with Ormil Redenbacher before I disembark. I can hear people arming themselves below deck. Oh, yeah, and then we just got swinging fire. That's very safe. What is this, it?
You're awake. Good. I didn't want to disturb you. I suppose you're wondering what I did with Celine.
And those
the
carrots.
Authorities at the Imperial City took her off the ship as soon as we docked. I was also informed that there was a reward for her capture. Here you go. Don't spend it all in one place. Unless it's here, of course.
Haha. Ormil Redenbacher. You're a funny guy.
Yes, the float is quite a vessel, don't you think? The only functioning tavern and inn on the water in all of Cyrodiil. Bought it maybe 10 years ago when it was decommissioned. Had to gut the whole thing to make room, but kept it seaworthy. All the furnishings were built inside the ship, since they were too big to be carried on board. Spared no expense.
But you couldn't even buy some popcorn. Okay.
She was a ruthless woman, and I'm glad she's behind bars where she belongs. Farewell, my friend.
The real champion of Cyrodiil is the guy who keeps all those cave and lair candles. Oh, man.
You're always welcome here.
I mean, There's got to be some kind of magic involved with these candles. Well, that's cool. I always thought it was so cool that they had ships. Like, oh wow, there's water and ships and all this stuff. Good old technological improvements. Alright. It's been a very productive week. Excited about it. Gotta get out there and get to working. Word is, Tess will have fully customizable, buildable sea ships and fights. Yeah, that would be cool, because it would be like the space one, Stargate or something. Yeah. Starfield, where you can build your ship, but it'd be a ship. That would be cool. And fully customizable horses. Yeah. Horse tanks. Horse-drawn tanks. The horses will duck under the cannon. I'm gonna see you later. Have a good day, Kirk. Thanks for coming by. It's always a pleasure to see you.